Okay, before I start off, let me say this episode is already a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm talking about the flashbacks weren't even annoying. This is how Kishimoto should do flashbacks in the manga. I'm talking about short, sweet, to the point. They don't last longer than about 20 to 30 seconds. This episode was perfect. My man Madara created a forest in an instant, just like the first Hokage. And I mean, the Kages looked like they were about to die. I'm talking about that huge fire style he used to burn the wood. But we got some awesome character development from Inoki. We even got a nice flashback that I did not mind. I mean, Inoki is an awesome character, and just seeing him use his particle style like a sword to just slice up all the trees and blow Madara's armor off a little bit, that was awesome. And when Madara's armor came off, we got to see the legendary image of Hashirama's face tatted on his boob. That explains why he can use the wood style so well. And just imagine how Tsunade feels. Just imagine some man taking his shirt off and you see your grandfather's face tattooed on his chest. How would you feel about that? Wonder what kind of wood Madara got from Hashirama. And Madara was just talking down on Tsunade. Weakness disgusts me, but weak Senju disgusts me even more. And you're a woman. He was just going in on Tsunade. He basically told her, go back to the kitchen, bitch. I never really thought about it, although she is the granddaughter of Hashirama. You know, you would think that he would get something from her other than just medical ninjutsu, and he could actually heal himself without even weaving signs, which is a big thing. Like, it's a really big thing. So she said she can't use the wood style. She doesn't have healing powers nearly as good as him, but she is the granddaughter of him. And I like how there was a flash of Hashirama himself, like, surrounding her for a second, and that made Madara look like, uh-oh, you know, maybe she is a Senju, maybe she's not weak, and we're going to see some awesome stuff from Tsunade, believe me. But when Madara was younger, he must have took up ballet or something, because he's talking about dancing a lot. I don't know why, but when he used his Susanoo and he jumped up on it, he looked like an acrobat, like an acrobatic Susanoo. That just, I don't know why I busted out laughing. It was hilarious to me just to see his big blue Susanoo just hop around with these skinny legs. And another moment we've been waiting for, Sasuke finally meets Itachi again in his Edo Tensei form, and he wants him to stop. He wants him to answer his questions. And that scene where he tried to use the Susanoo, the arm, to grab him, and Itachi didn't even have to look back all the way to use his Susanoo to block it. Itachi is still that ninja, man. That scene was full of emotion. The song that was playing throughout that encounter, I don't believe we've had it since the Pain arc, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, that music just fit that tone and that moment just so well. But I mean, Madara was like the strongest Uchiha ever, pretty much. And Hashirama was like the strongest shinobi ever of his time. So when you mix those two together, Madara is a formidable foe. I'm talking about he had all 5 Kages like on their deathbeds pretty much. He could have went down there and just murdered all of them right there when they were on the ground from the heat. But I guess he thought that they weren't going to get up. So, I mean, Madara is a fucking beast, man. But the flashbacks Sasuke had of Itachi, those were done good. Those are how flashbacks should be. Like how we're still in present time, and the flashbacks were behind Sasuke's head, and they weren't, but about, I want to say 20 to 30 seconds. That's how flashbacks should be done. I'm talking about in the past, we've been getting like 2 to 3 minute flashbacks. I'm like, come on, man. We've already seen this. Just give us a slight refresher and keep the show moving. And I like how in the flashback of Inoki, when he went up to Madara to try to confront him and he mentioned Hashirama's name, all he did was activate his Susanoo, and then he fell on the ground. And, I mean, just activating it, man. Inoki was nowhere near as strong back then as he is now. That part when Sasuke first saw Itachi and he had the flashbacks and there was no audio whatsoever for about 10 seconds, that gave me chills. I mean, Sasuke has to be confused as fuck because the last time he saw his brother, he was dead. But next episode starts the beginning of the episodes that we've been waiting for, the confrontation with Kabuto. Now, do you think Sasuke is going to be on Kabuto's side to try to force stuff out of Itachi, or do you think he's going to be on Itachi's side to try to stop the Edo Tensei? But think about it, if he tries to stop the Edo Tensei, Itachi's not going to be there. You anime only watchers, what do you think is going to happen? And the animation was just gorgeous in this episode. Even though I laughed at his Susanoo hopping over the place like a fucking gymnast, it was still beautifully animated. His fire style was beautifully animated. The wood coming out the ground. I mean, everything about this episode was just gorgeous. It's way better than some of the crap we've been getting lately. Biju Mode, episode 322, and this episode were just awesome. And I like how when Itachi said years and years ago, "Come to me when you have the same eyes as me," he meant the Mangekyo Sharingan. but now literally has the same eyes as him. And now that he's trying to confront him, Itachi's busy trying to do something else, which we know is trying to stop the Edo Tensei. But Sasuke isn't having that. So when we get to the cave where Kabuto is in, some crazy stuff, crazy stuff is about to go down with Kabuto as well. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Madara for the win, man. He is like the biggest threat on the battlefield right now. And Toby, we're about to get some awesome stuff from Toby. We're about to get, I'm not going to say what we're about to get. Give it another, I want to say, 10 to 15 episodes, and we're finally going to see who's under that mask. But I'm not going to say anything. But anyway, this is my jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.